After a 5-month process, we are nearing the end of our search for an associate pastor to oversee the areas of mission and evangelism. This is a key role for us as a church as we seek to fulfill our mission to invite everyone to follow Jesus in order that their lives might be transformed in His name. It's critical to who we are as a community of faith. And so I'm very excited that the Pastoral Selection Committee have finished their work and have recommended a candidate to the church leadership team. The church leadership team have ratified that recommendation, and we are therefore calling a members' meeting for Sunday, September 25th, between our 2 morning services to vote on that joint recommendation to us. This is a very exciting opportunity, and Ryan will talk a little bit more about the details of that in just a few minutes. And I'm pretty excited about what's about to take place for us. I'm really excited that this marks the end of a fairly significant transition for us as a staff. Since Carl Fays, our previous senior pastor, finished up 2 years ago on Wednesday, believe it or not, we have farewelled or welcomed 14 staff members. This appointment will be the 15th. And that marks not only the end of a transition, but the new beginning of something for us as a staff and as a church, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also really excited about what this candidate has to offer to us as a staff team, as a leadership team, and as a church as a whole. She brings an extraordinary amount of leadership experience, an ability to think creatively and strategically, an enthusiasm and passion for ministry that is infectious, and an ability to bring cultural change to an entire organization. Her presentation to the Pastoral Selection Committee on some of her missional philosophy and how we should be engaging in the life of mission was inspirational. It really got us thinking and dreaming and scheming about the sorts of people that we could be as a church family. Her referees, which include a national director of a parachurch organization that she's worked with for the past 10 years, a mentor of hers, and her current senior pastor, were all glowing in their references to her leadership ability and capacity as someone to lead and guide us as a church. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. I also firmly believe that this is indeed the hand of God in our lives. I've been praying about this appointment for probably close to a year now. The Pastoral Selection Committee and many of you have joined me in praying about this over the last several months. And I believe that God answers our prayers. We've been seeking not only to find the best candidate, but hoping to find the person that God has raised up for such a time as this. And I believe that that's the case. This is, as I said, a key role for us as a church. We have identified those placing their faith in Jesus and then having their lives transformed in His name as our happy meal. One of those key indicators for the general health of the church as a whole. And it pains me to say that over the last couple of years, we haven't seen a lot of signs of health in that area. And so this is important that we have someone who can lead and guide us. And we believe that God has raised up the right person. Someone who can help us be more persistent and consistent and thorough and thoughtful in how we seek to fulfill our mission statement. I'm also pleased that our candidate is a woman. Our brief as a committee was to find the best candidate regardless of gender, and I believe that we've been true to that brief. But I am pleased nonetheless that the candidate is female. We have had women serving in leadership in so many ways as a church over many, many years. Serving as deacons, as elders, serving as preachers, as staff members, as the chair of our church leadership team. And this is just one more way for us to put into practice what we believe about the role of women in ministry. On that note, however, for those of you who may have questions or concerns about the role of women in ministry, I'd invite you once again to have a chat to me about that. You can contact me by email at mark.rader@guymeabaptist.org.au or give me a call here at the office during office hours. This week, I'll actually be at Moreland College for a preaching conference on Monday and Tuesday, but if you give me a call, I will endeavor to respond to you during one of the breaks. For those of you who might be interested, our position paper on women in ministry is available on our website, as well as a couple of sermons that I preached on this that you might find helpful as well. Finally, let me thank the Pastoral Selection Committee. Rhonda Montgomery, Ian Giles, Bruce Mullins, Samantha Willis, and Lincoln Grice have been a pleasure to work with. They've been diligent in their preparation, they have been generous with their time, and they've done a fantastic job in bringing this recommendation to you. So I look forward to seeing you on the 25th of September, if not before, and would invite you to continue to pray for this appointment and all that God intends to do in our midst through it. God bless, and I'll see you soon.